Hello, YouTube. All right, let's get Instagram up before we get started. Hello, Instagram. All right, perfect. We are on both and it worked the first time. How are we going? It's my client call day. I'm going to talk about what happens when you're losing momentum. This is definitely inspired by some of my client conversations today. Conversation that I've been having over the past couple of weeks. I feel this is zoomed in a little bit. So this is really for you as a entrepreneur, a business owner, as a high achieving woman. You can be in a career. Actually, calls this morning have been with career women. If you feel that you are losing momentum, like you see momentum in your life, progress, maybe it's in your business, your career, your money, your health, and then all of a sudden it feels like you lose the momentum. And it's like every couple of weeks or maybe every couple of months, you start to see yourself gain momentum and lose momentum. You take 10 steps forward and 20 steps back. So the first thing that I want you to start to identify is actually what that pattern is. This is the most important thing. I think when we're doing this type of work, it can be really easy to say, yeah, I'm aware that I'm losing momentum. I'm aware that I am always hitting the same kind of cap, the same ceiling every single couple of months, whatever. But you need to be really specific. When you are specific, you actually bring yourself into conscious awareness. So there's two types of awareness that I speak about to my clients: self-awareness and conscious awareness. Everyone wants to be self-aware, but I want you to start to move into conscious awareness. Self-awareness example would be, yeah, I know that every couple of weeks or every couple of months, I lose momentum with my business, with clients, with selling, or with my health. Like I manifest getting sick, or I feel that I can't break through this personal best at the gym, whatever it may be. That's self-awareness. Conscious awareness, and this is the work that I do within the Woman Mastery methodology, is all about understanding exactly the specifics behind that process. So let's get really specific. If it's like you're losing momentum every couple of weeks with your business, get specific. Every 2 weeks, I start to realize that I get a decline in inquiries, or the people who said they were going to buy this aren't buying, or I'm not getting viewed, whatever it may be. Every 2 weeks, I'm realizing that. Then we go another level deeper. I teach my clients to go even deeper. Whatever you first think of, we need to go deeper than that. So then it's like, well, I notice this every couple of weeks. Let's roll with this example. I am losing momentum in my business because I'm starting to see a drop in inquiries, in people who said they were going to buy my course, but now all of a sudden they're not responding to me, in my views, or people responding to me, whatever it may be, in my content creation. And this comes the moment XYZ happens. So this is a conscious awareness of actually understanding that income, that subconscious block. This is all around the subconscious mind. This is really what the Woman Mastery methodology teaches, is subconsciously, with your programming, with your identity, what is actually happening? Where is the point that we hit that cap? Where is the point where the body constricts? Phase 3 of the Woman Mastery methodology is all about understanding your nervous system. And when the nervous system constricts and and you're not allowing it to expand and learn new things, you are going to stay in what is safe. So for you, it may be safe to only have a certain amount of clients, or get a certain amount of views, or have a certain amount of people reach out. And the moment unconsciously we reach that, we start to freak out, whether we have a fear of, what are people going to say about me? We have a fear of, what if I get successful? Or what if one of these videos, like, you may consciously, if we run with this business example, you may consciously think, I really want to go viral and create a following. But if subconsciously you believe that going viral, you're going to get hate comments, you are going to get people that tear you down, you are going to get articles written about you. If you subconsciously have that fear, that is going to create that cap. So every single time, this is a conversation I had with my client today, that you feel like you're starting to lose momentum, it's because you were quite literally subconsciously manifesting in the 3D physical world something to keep you where you feel safe, to keep you at that cap. A certain amount of money, a certain amount of progress, a certain amount of clients, a certain amount of traction, a certain amount of success or achievements, a certain amount of health goals, wellness, a certain amount of experiencing life. Have you ever a really, really not popular, like, common, that's the word I'm looking for. A really common example comes to money. We subconsciously haven't worked on our money mindset. We can attract a big lump of money that goes over what we've made in a month, in whatever amount. Like, let's say every single month you're making $20,000 in your business, and then all of a sudden 1 month you make $30,000. If you subconsciously have beliefs around that money is evil, or that's going to come with more problems, or you are not worthy of $30,000, that $10,000, so the extra on top, somehow you will attract maybe your car breaking down, maybe a car crash, maybe an unexpected tax bill, maybe all of a sudden, one of your family members really, really needs the help and it costs $10,000. This is actually what happens. And then we start to play into the mindset of, oh my God, see, like, hit this money and it's going to be too hard to keep, or something always comes up. We keep playing into that subconscious belief. So the first thing to do to get some really tangible, juicy steps is, number one, I want you to become aware of your patterns and get highly specific. Not just, every couple of weeks or every couple of months I lose momentum in my business, or I lose momentum in my career or my fitness journey. Get specific, like every 21 days. And 21 days is really like the average that I notice. Like, I have coached hundreds of women, and 3 weeks, 21 days is honestly the average. That I don't know if this is proven. It's just what I've seen. I've seen it in myself as well. I've seen it in my friends. It is the average amount of days until we start to fall back into old patterns, or we start to allow the subconscious mind to actually fully take over, where we're in this autopilot. It's like we're living every day. And it's like, why am I getting different results? It's because you're not consciously living and being aware of what's happening subconsciously. So for me, a good gauge is every 21 days. But for you, it may be like every 9 days. It may be every 6 months. You really see you get so much momentum, and then all of a sudden you lose it, or you pull back, or you manifest something happening in your 3D physical reality that feels like you go into these moments where it's like, why is this happening to me, right? Versus, why is this happening for me? But most importantly, what is this teaching me about my subconscious mind? I think when it comes to this type of work, it's always so important. And this is what conscious awareness really is. It's always so, so important to understand, what is this teaching me about my subconscious mind? What is this actually telling me that I actually deep down believe? Because a lot of people, a lot of high achievers and women come and work with me, and they have this big vision, but they're not executing on it, or they're ticking off the bare minimum. Like, I've gone for my walk today, or, I've eaten today, or I did a bit of a journaling today, but that's like the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum standard you set for yourself. It's like when you attract a relationship, you have a bare minimum standard that they're going to do X, Y, and Z. You're not ticking that off every single day, celebrating that. Of course, you're appreciating it in your relationship, but that's the bare minimum standard. And that's what we need to do for ourselves, is realize that cap is our bare minimum standard. Anything beyond that is different. It's outside of what our subconscious feels safe with. And so when we understand that's what our subconscious doesn't feel safe with yet, we need to prime, we need to expand. In the WoMastery methodology, there's 3 phases: subconscious reprogramming, phase 1. Phase 2 is identity shifting. And phase 3 is all around regulating to a brand new capacity. So getting your nervous system on board, because you can change your beliefs and your identity. But if your nervous system is always going to constrict at these new beliefs, nothing's going to go in the way that you want it and the way that you desire. If you want to actually learn about phase 1, which is a great starting point, I have a free training called Hack. It's Hack Your Subconscious Mind. I quite literally walk you through step by step. I think it's two or three concepts that I teach my clients. I give you those exact concepts, and I promise you go away. Not just watch, but you take action on that workshop. You will start to see a huge difference in your perspectives and the way you are taking action. But all of this methodology is as well, if you're a female entrepreneur and you are wanting to scale to consistent 10,000 to 30,000 K months consistently, making an impact, designing the life that you desire, I highly recommend getting into Become the CEO. I follow my WoMastery CEO method. This is something that I have refined over the past 5 years in business that I've seen work time and time again for me and my clients, of running building and scaling a business and doing the things to stay consistently. You see, when I explained this, I said the word consistent. It's one thing to hit a certain amount of money, but it's another thing to hit that consistently. And so I really have created this mastermind, Become the CEO, to teach women, female entrepreneurs, that we can do things consistently. We can reach a new level of success. It doesn't need to be harder. It doesn't need to feel like you can't maintain it. It gets to be something that you hit consistently over and over again, whilst creating an impact, whilst designing a life that you truly are inspired by. So if you want the free training hack, comment hack, send me a DM with the word hack. If you want to sign up to become the CEO, just slide into my DMs, or it's a link in my bio. Or if you're like, I don't know what the best option is for me, just have a conversation with me, slide in my DMs. We can have a talk, see what the best thing is. But one thing that I teach in Become the CEO and in Hack is understanding how to dissolve these belief systems that are keeping you exactly where you are. The one thing that seems so obvious, but a lot of high achievers forget to recognize, is you cannot get to that next level of success, whatever you perceive as success, without changing and dissolving who you once were. It's just, or else you'd be there. You'd be the same person at every single level, and that's just not possible. You have to evolve, you have to change, but you have to, most importantly, learn when you are hitting the point of momentum, go, and then all of a sudden you pull yourself back. You need to recognize that, you need to understand that, you need to be able to fully see and visualize and view exactly who you are in your business, in your health, with your money, in your relationships. And so if you're at this point where you're like, yes, I keep like stopping and starting with my momentum, start to step into this conscious awareness, start to understand, like, what is it I'm actually afraid of? And I made a really good post today. Do I have it up? Actually, I'll bring it up and I'll just share. So this is part 2 of this series. So the first part was signs that your subconscious mind is stopping you from 10K months, and then the one that I released today was signs your subconscious mind is stopping you from 20K months. So I'm not going to go too deep. They're on my profile. You can go read them in depth, but they're 3 signs for each that I'm going to share with you now, just to get an awareness of what's happening. And you can apply this to whether you're hitting the next 100K month or whether you're hitting the next 3K month. So the first one for the 10K is the boom and bust cycle. You're uncomfortable with sustained success. So having the belief, like, once I get to X amount, 10K months, am I going to be able to sustain it? The second one is the staying afloat. Believing that money is hard to come by. So you're just making enough for your survival needs. Something I show my clients and remind them of, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the needs of like the survival, shelter, food, water. If you're just making enough to stay afloat and staying in that, and you subconsciously believe it's hard to come by, you will always just stay in that. Go look up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You will always stay in the bottom 2. And then the third one for signs that your subconscious mind is stopping you from 10K months is the never success mindset. Your subconscious mind holds limiting beliefs around worthiness and wealth of success. So it feels like you're doing all of the right things. You're doing all of the right launching strategies. You're networking, but you're keeping in a loop because it doesn't feel that you're worthy of surpassing that. So that's really a 10K. Go read that in detail. The one I just posted, like literally an hour ago, for 20K months is, number 1, you deep down believe that you have to work extra hard, or you have to tolerate difficult clients, so you're attracting draining clients. Number 2 is around the inevitable income plateau. You run an old script that sets to a lower financial thermostat. This is exactly what I was explaining, is you have a financial thermostat. If that is set to let's say you're trying to hit $20,000 months, but that's set to 15,000. No matter what, you have beliefs such as 20K months are for other people, not me. I'm not ready for that level of success. And so consciously, what that looks like is you will look for reasons not to hit the 20. You will look for reasons to not show up and sell online. You will manifest being sick in bed. You will manifest reasons as to, okay, maybe your canvas shuts down, so you can't make your graphics, or things like that. This is what happens when you get on that vibration, because you've got this financial thermostat that you can't possibly reach that amount, Or like the example I said, you reach that amount, and if you hold that belief subconsciously, you will still attract a bill or your car breaking down or something like that. And then the last one I put today is you're actually afraid of losing control or balance. So you're afraid of what it looks like to hit consistent 20K months. Again, apply this to what fits. You believe that the more money will bring more problems, that you can't handle the demands of a higher level of success. This is what I see time and time again with female entrepreneurs, with high achieving women, is they believe they will have bigger money problems, or they believe they can't handle the demand of the high success. So for that one, what I really highly recommend, even though everyone's like, I want more money, I want this success, is write down what you believe the bigger problems are at the income you were trying to reach. And also on that, what do you think the demands are at that? So if you were like, okay, 20K months, I think I'm going to have to do X, Y, Z, and I think the demands are going to be X, Y, Z. I have a process that helps you dissolve those. And when you are putting yourself in a position to actually neutralize these beliefs, you understand them. Something in Become the CEO Mastermind that I'm going to teach the women, that's one of my concepts, is the emotional matrix around running and scaling a business, but also money mindset in a business, and being able to know and neutralize yourself when it comes to different amounts. But definitely go and check out those posts, go read those posts. But overall, for what I'm sharing in this live is, let me get my YouTube back up, is understanding what happens when you're losing momentum, why it happens. It's really your body constricting, and our ego likes to justify, okay, I did this and this, but like I couldn't because I was sick, or I couldn't because, and it's not about pushing through if you're actually sick. It's not about burning out. It's not about like you have to grind and do all that. It's actually understanding that, hey, I'm afraid of having to work harder, or I'm afraid that I can't keep up with the success or sustain it. I'm afraid about what my partner's going to say, or what my parents are going to say if I make this amount of money, or if I hit this fitness goal and all of a sudden I'm, lost weight or whatever. Okay, this can apply to all areas of life. But I think that when you understand the fear beyond where you, rather than it's too hard or I can't do it, understand your fear, understand what's operating, understand what's keeping you small. I'm going to leave it there, but like I said, 2 resources for you. The free one, Hack Your Subconscious Mind, YouTube, is in the show notes below. Instagram, it is in the link on bio, or you can just send me the word hack and I can send that to you. And the second thing is, if you are a female entrepreneur and you want to consistently scale to $10,000 to $30,000 months, highly recommend getting yourself. I invite you to come in to Become the CEO. We start in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited for this mastermind. I think it's going to be incredible. What I'm going to be teaching, the space I'm going to be holding for these women. So if you're interested in that, slide into my DMs with the word CEO. We can have a conversation. I'm going to leave you now. Goodbye, YouTube, and goodbye, Instagram.